Hey, it's gonna be a long video today, everybody. The year is 2022. Things are looking really bad. Society may be on the brink of collapse, and it just gets worse day by day. But at the very least, 2022 has been one of the best years for movies in a long, long time. And maybe as just a distraction, I'm really looking forward to what's coming next. So hang out with me today. Let's take a look because the summer movie season is coming, and I'm gonna go through every movie that's coming out this summer and whether or not you should see it. Today's video is brought to you by Dubby Energy Drink, which is a great solution to boost your energy and boost your focus, which is in a green can. So that's good. And by using code Oliver the Ricketts on their website at checkout, you can get 10% off of your order of Dubby. We'll talk more about them at the end of the video. Those of you who have been around for a long time will know that I have reviewed a ton of movies on this channel and talked about a lot of movie news. But nowadays I'm a little bit more selective with which movies catch my attention enough to make a video about, because we don't need a bunch of videos of me going, this movie's okay. But I will say 2022 has been an absolutely phenomenal year for movies so far. I have seen so many things that I would call just incredibly special coming out in theaters and being seen by audiences. In fact, just in early 2022, we've had such great heavy hitters like Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is my favorite movie of the year thus far, The Northman, and The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, with some other really solid movies rounding out the rest of the theater landscape, including Jackass Forever and The Lost City. All really enjoyable films in their own right that have come out before even the month of May. And although there have been a few stinkers this year, don't get me wrong, just made a whole video about one of them. Overall, as somebody who loves going to the movies, I have been very satisfied. And now in June, summer movie season is upon us, and I'm really looking forward to what some of the big tentpole blockbusters of the year have to offer since we've had such a great start. I have seen all of the May movies already, so what I'm going to do is I'm either going to give you a quick review of the movie if I have already seen it, or if I haven't seen it or it's yet to come out, I'll talk to you about the trailer and what I'm expecting and whether or not I think you should go see the movie. So let's jump in. We'll jump right into it, guys. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Personally, I love Marvel movies. I know it's the cool, popular thing to hate them now because they're popular and people like to go. But I typically, more often than not, find them to be very entertaining, quality films that I have no problem spending my money on. And I'll also say Marvel films are at their very best when you actually let someone direct them. Someone like Sam Raimi, who really made Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness shine. This thing is a gothic epic. A dude makes a cape out of zombie ghosts. It's great. You should see it. I wanted to die the whole time. At a time when there's a lot of discourse around everything in the MCU being exactly the same, and I'll agree some of it is very similar to other stuff, this movie shows that that's not true. This movie's out there and it's weird, and for some reason it's getting a lot of hate for defying expectations and being its own film. And I guess on one hand I can understand that because it is much more Sam Raimi Evil Dead than it is Sam Raimi Spider-Man. But I'll take a new original movie any day over the same thing, even if it's not quite what I was expecting, or, you know, if there aren't that many cameos in it, that's all right. It's really fine. And in fact, this made me really excited because the 3 movies that Marvel is putting out in 2022 look like they're leaning really heavy on letting directors and creators direct and create. They're all being done by very exciting directors in the landscape. And if Multiverse of Madness is any indication, I really think we're going to get movies that shine in those directors' catalogs. It's a really, really solid watch. I give it a B+. Top Gun Maverick. This is way better than it has any right to be, seriously. And that's wild for me to say because last time I talked about Top Gun on this channel, I just think it's strange that out of anything you could go see in the movies, people are this excited about a movie that seems to be just Tom Cruise and a plane. And therefore I thought Top Gun 2 probably not gonna be very great. And while I was definitely right about the original Top Gun, which I watched right before Top Gun 2, seriously, I don't get it. This movie is like the improved version of that. This has taken all of those problems that come from being a dated 80s movie and fixed them so that a modern audience can really enjoy Top Gun as well. The Bob's Burger movie. I have only seen one episode of Bob's Burgers, the critically acclaimed animated television show, and so I'm a gigantic fan. And I think it would be better to go through my Snapchats from going to see the Bob Burger movie. That would be more beneficial to this video than actually talking about the Bob Burger movie. If you, haters, thought that a little sun poisoning from New Jersey was going to stop me, I am Oliver, from seeing Bob Burger movie, Bob's Burgers the movie 2022, then you are sorely mistaken. Bob Burger movie can't keep real fans out. Quaking in excitement in a full theater for Bob Burger movie. My shoulders are in awful pain from the sun poisoning. Proud to be a real Bob Burger fan who waited 2 weeks to see Bob Burger movie on International Bob Burger Day. Bob Burger movie 2022. Bob Burger movie? More like Bob Burger cinema. I went out opening night to see Jurassic World Dominion last week, and it has been a very, very long time since I have been sitting in a theater just praying for a movie to finally end. Typically, even if I don't like a movie, I love the theater experience, and I can usually hang with a movie until it's over, and then come to my decisions about whether or not I really enjoyed it. But at 2 hours and 45 minutes of complete, bland, and almost dinosaur-free nonsense, oh my god, is Jurassic World Dominion a chore. I'll say this is one of the ugliest movies I have seen in such a long time, and I'm shocked that I'm not seeing more people bring that up. There are some cool parts where they bring in realistic, lifelike models of dinosaurs, like the original Jurassic Park, but they don't serve the story and they're gone as quickly as they came. And I get that CGI is essential to movie making now. That's where we are, and you know what? I'm fine with it. But when you're following up Jurassic Park, which has some of the best practical and computer-generated effects in movie history, don't you think you want to try a little harder? And it's not just the dinosaurs. There's other things in this movie that just don't look right. And there is a hilarious shot in this movie where they're really trying to convince you that Chris Pratt is on a horse. This movie has all the money in the world. You couldn't get a real horse? The biggest fumble of all is the way that they handled bringing together the original cast and the new cast. The original Jurassic Park cast who are in this movie, they're so good and they're just not in it enough. Jeff Goldblum is the shining star of this film. Alan Grant is still just as cool as he was in the original Jurassic Park, and him and Ellie Statler just have such great chemistry together. It's almost like they could have carried the movie on their own. And maybe if you had the real stars of Jurassic Park, you shouldn't have bothered bringing back Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, because nothing they do in the movie is nearly as interesting as catching up with these actual cinema icons that we haven't seen all together in years. In fact, one of the biggest drags in this movie is when you realize that they're gonna have to share screen time with the real cast of Jurassic World. To show you what I'm talking about here, what's Bryce Dallas Howard's name? Don't worry, I'll wait. And when they're talking to each other, you can tell they want it so badly to be like a Spider-Man No Way Home or a Ghostbusters Afterlife kind of thing, where you get these legacy characters talking to new characters that we actually really like. There's no thrill in it because we don't like any of the cast of the new movie, which is why we wanted to bring the old characters back. And this got me thinking about nostalgia in movies. If the trend around 2015 was bringing back old franchises that we hadn't seen in a while, like Terminator and Jurassic Park and Star Wars, the trend now is bringing back characters from those old movies that we haven't seen in a while. It kind of reminds me of a point that Jerry Seinfeld brought up on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. Did you see the new Star Wars, referring to The Force Awakens? And the guest said, yeah, I really like the new Star Wars, to which Jerry said, but who was the star? Who sold Star Wars? John Boyega was not the star of The Force Awakens. Harrison Ford wasn't even the star of The Force Awakens. Do you know who the star was? The title. Star Wars is what sold Star Wars, having the name of the IP on the movie. Same with Jurassic World 1. And that can totally work. For instance, Top Gun Maverick brought in characters that I really like, and I would watch a whole nother movie with just those characters. The problem is that with a lot of these nostalgia sequels, Hollywood has fallen back so heavily on just saying it's Star Wars and not introducing us to new things and new characters. So by the time you get to a third Jurassic World movie, you don't care about anybody, and that's why everybody now wants nostalgic characters back back so bad, because it's not about those nostalgic characters being in the thing that you like. It's about them being fully fleshed out, well-written characters from other movies. The legwork is already done. If you couldn't tell, this is an F. First of all, even though this looks kind of surreal, it does look gorgeous, like just the world that they're in. And I love the idea that Tim Allen would be the crushed down toy version voice of Chris Evans. That's kind of poetic, I think. So, full disclosure, by the time this video is edited and released, I'll probably have already seen Lightyear because it comes out this weekend. But I'm gonna give you my thoughts now. Keep in mind, I haven't seen it yet. I think this movie looks like so much fun. Can I see the element of it being a Toy Story cash grab and like, let's move on to new things, Pixar? Yeah, absolutely it's that. But it also looks like a really fun little animated science fiction movie, and we don't get that in a lot of capacity anymore. So if it has to be attached to a previous property, I'm all for it. It looks like fun, and I love Zurg. I'm so excited that Zurg is in this movie. Minions, The Rise of Gru. We're doing another Minions movie. We don't gotta look at the trailer. I'm just gonna tell you how I feel. I'm not gonna see this. Okay, so the thing with the Minions. Do I like them? No. I really wish that Illumination would stop assaulting us, but you gotta commend the business savviness that bought us the Minions in the first place. How many Minion movies are there now? Minion paper towels, Minion toys. They're freaking everywhere, man. You can buy Minion insurance from Liberty Mutual. And the brilliance of it is they've now made billions of dollars off of the Minions alone, and you don't even gotta pay a voice actor. The kids and the boomers are gonna go, and they're gonna think it's great. Thor, Love, and Thunder. I especially love Marvel movies that go weird. I love Taika Waititi's take on Thor, and I can't wait for Love and Thunder, because it looks like they're really gonna let him go off the rails on this one. Peter Quill, for a long time, was my favorite character in the MCU. When the first teaser trailer came out, and there was that scene of Thor and Chris Pratt staring at each other, I saw someone post on Facebook like, man, I hope they make Chris Pratt gay for Thor in this movie. I hope that they get together. As someone who's secure in their sexuality, I'll also say I would like to see Chris Pratt and Chris Hemsworth make out in a big budget movie. I think that would be a good entertaining thing, and they should do that. I don't think they're going to, but what if Thor just gave him a little kiss? A little tiny kiss. The world would blow up. All of these elements are so great for a weird space opera. You have the female king of Asgard, Valkyrie. You have Lady Thor now coming and interacting with our main Thor. All I'm saying is, on top of these things seeming like they'll be really good things for Thor, I'm also getting a lot of joy out of how many of them seem to be very intentional and in the movie to kind of anger the incel community. And what's even better is it's working. Maybe try to go into this with an open mind. If you're one of these MCU guys, I promise you, it's so much funner to like things, guys. Just try not getting angry. The DC League of Super Pets. Okay. You're doing a League of Super Pets movie, and I am almost a minute into the trailer, and nothing about this screams DC superheroes to me. It just seems like another little Life of Pets kind of cheap animation that they know kids will go see, and that will stick around in the box office top 5 for weeks, because I promise you it will. I can accept that I'm not the target audience for this movie, but it also feels like a missed opportunity to me. It could be up there with the Lego Batman movie, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is really fun alternative takes on superheroes that we already know. However, it seems like we're going a different direction, and I don't really understand why. And that's it. Those are my thoughts on all of the summer movies, and I will be there opening night for all of them, probably staying up really late to see them, which is why I'm so glad that we partnered up with Dubby, who are going to help me get through the next couple months of work, no problem. You're probably asking right now, what is Dubby? And I'm here to tell you with this green can. Again, it's green, I'm sorry. Dubby is an energy drink that you can order online at dubby.gg, but it's not just any energy drink. One of the big advantages that Dubby boasts over a Monster or a Red Bull is that it's great for really boosting your focus. This makes it awesome for not just going to the gym, working out, going on your run, or staying up really late to cram. It's also perfect for if you're a gamer or a Twitch streamer looking at screens for a long time. In my case, if you review movies, if you're you're a writer, if you edit a lot of video, Dubby is a great alternative to some of the other stuff out there to boost your energy, but also make you focused and able to get your work done at the high quality that you are used to. You can check out all of the information on how great Dubby is on their website, dubby.gg, and use coupon code Oliver the Ricketts for 10% off of your Dubby order. There's an abundance of ways to support this channel that we really appreciate. First and foremost, if you yourself are a filmmaker or a content creator and you like my setup and the look of my videos, my entire gear list is listed in the description of this video. They are Amazon affiliate links, so I do get a cut of that sale. All of that goes towards the channel to help me bring you bigger and better content. Also, if you'd like to support for free and you just want to see cool content, I understand that. We're on YouTube, everybody. Definitely consider subscribing, giving the video a like, leaving me a comment saying that you're there and watching. I'm putting a lot in to make bigger and better stuff and make this year the biggest and best one that I've had on this platform, and your support is a huge, huge part of that. I'm Oliver the Ricketts, and I can't wait to see you at the movies.